Royal Rumble comes full circle for Saudi Arabia. I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling vlog who always tells it like it is. To think it was a scant 8 years ago when Vince McMahon and the WWE Board of Directors cut a deal with the oil sheiks of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for a decade's worth of pay-per-views and premium live events. Not sure if the Saudis paid a Sultan ransom for them, but they learned they were getting their money's worth from the onset, I think, because the first show was the greatest Royal Rumble. And while I say there's no such thing as a bad Royal Rumble match, the 50-man job was a bit on the bloated side. It's a little wonder what happened in that Rumble isn't part of the actual stats in the WWE. And now, they have an actual major PLE in the KSA, the 39th Annual Royal Rumble event. And of course, it caps off with the event itself. But perhaps more impressively, there's also a women's Rumble match in this controversial country. Add in a WWE title match in what could be a phenomenal one's last match, and while it's not as big a card as the GRR nearly 8 years ago, sometimes quality is better than quantity. So let's get ready to rumble in Riyadh! Here are my predictions for Royal Rumble 26. As it is likely to start the PLE, I'll start with the 30-woman Royal Rumble match, winner receiving a Women's World or WWE Women's Championship match at WrestleMania 42. Now, first of all, I can't believe the Saudi government is even allowing this to take place. I mean, not that they haven't had women in matches in the country before, but a grand total of 60 women took part in all Saudi PLEs in the last 7.5 years, and now half of that are in one match. Hopefully this will bring the kingdom into the 21st century when it comes to rights. But anyway, with just over half the women announced for the match, and many of them as tag teams, that should take a fair amount away, right? Tag teams never win battle royals, with or without twists. But that doesn't leave many others to choose from. Chelsea Green, Miss 10-Second Wonder, nah. Julia and Becky Lynch, they already have belts. Maxine Dupree, truth be told, I don't think she should have beaten Lynch in the first place. Jordynne Grace, well, it's not out of the realm of possibility, actually. Unless a team breaks up in mid-match, she actually seems the best choice. So primary pick for a full point is Jordynne Grace. Secondary for half a point is Asuka, since Kairi Sane doesn't seem to be on the list. And if someone not announced wins, I won't count it. WWE Championship match. Drew McIntyre defends against Sami Zayn. Look, we've all been rooting for El Generico here to finally finish the Grand Slam, just like John Cena did when he beat Zayn for the US title. He's had multiple tag titles, many with Kevin Owens, and a number of secondary titles, but never a primary. Sorry, but the NXT title is not considered one. But Drew worked his ass off and his brain off to finally hold the title in front of a live audience. And I don't think he's going to give it up without a hell of a fight, even with a helluva kick. Now, if you want to get technical, one could say Zayn has home crowd advantage. As a Muslim, he's probably at home in the Middle East as much as in Quebec, Canada. And hell, considering the current administration's attitude towards both the Muslim world and Canada, I dare say a quarter of the world consider him an underdog. But make no mistake, Zayn is going to throw his 96-kilo body around that ring and then some to stop the psychotic Scotsman, but McIntyre will probably hold the title until at least WrestleMania, and let's face it, if there's any place for a 3, 2, 1 Claymore kick, it's the Royal Rumble event. It'll take several to be sure, but McIntyre will put Zayn down. Winner and still champ, Drew McIntyre. AJ Styles versus Gunther. If Gunther wins, Styles must retire. No match has had me flip-flopping like Trump watching the stock tickets more than this one. On the one hand, Styles did say he was going to retire this year. On the other hand, I doubt he meant so early this year. Gunther seems to be on a retiring wrestling's world tour since he sent Goldberg packing, but his cockiness did lead to him tapping out, even if the ref didn't see it. So, some say this is a setup for a WrestleMania rematch, but if that's the case, why the stipulation? Every loser leaves WWE match I have ever seen has led to the one challenged losing and leaving. Why should this be any different? Why didn't they add the stip to the rematch instead? It's Chekhov's gun here, and I'm afraid it's going to be fired at Styles' career. Then again, it makes some amount of sense if he does retire. After all, his WWE career started at the Royal Rumble. Why not finish it? Back and forth and back and forth. Damn it. I hate to do this for such a high-profile match, but the winner is Gunther. Finally, the 30-man Royal Rumble match. Winner receives a World Heavyweight or WWE Championship match at WrestleMania 42. 22 of the 30 men have been announced, more than have been announced in a long time, I dare say. I have no idea what the other what the other surprises that Levesque promised are, but it probably will be surprising. What's not surprising is that no tag teams are in the match. Halves of a few of the teams and the Vision could count, but other than that, the WWE seems to be doing away with men's tag titles. Other than that, it seems a very open field, one of the most unpredictable Rumbles in a good while. Some of the feuds, however, will thin things out. Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu will be at each other's throats like on Saturday night's main event. The Vision will be too busy fending off everyone and quite possibly turning on each other. Cardona, Dragunov, Williams, Penta, Dragon Lee, these newcomers may put up a good fight, but they'll fall flat. Reigns, this isn't like when Triple H returned from injury that one time. Reigns is just there for show, just like Lesnar and Orton. But one newcomer seems to have the odds in his favor. Oba Femi. We've seen how much he dominated NXT in 2025. Now he seems to be on the fast track to title gold. Would rather it not be primary gold, but my bold pick is that Finn Balor will KO someone and take his place. The Demon King may not make his appearance, but Balor will come in all head up and ready to rumble. I'm probably shooting my toes off for these predictions, but damn it, I'm pulling the trigger. Primary pick Obafemi, secondary Finn Balor. Those are my picks. I'll live tweet on X as I usually do at Chris Wolvie. Let's rock this Casbah. I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling blog who always tells it like it is. Pray for peace, and I'll see you.